daily dose here. Sorry about the cat. Anyways, I'm going to do a quick video here to show you kind of my wool gear that I use during the fall and winter for cold weather. Wool is a really good material to use when it's cold out because of its insulation value, and also its insulation value when it gets wet. There's a lot of synthetic materials that do really well as also, but wool is something that's been around forever. It's a renewable resource, and it works. I mean, I personally have used wool in cold weather and wet weather specifically, and I stayed toasty warm. So I'm going to show you kind of what I use. Not saying this is the end-all be-all of cold weather gear, because most people use synthetics. I do advocate using a inner layer of synthetics. So if you have a base layer, use some sort of moisture wicking material, or possibly use some fleece inside. A heavier shirt inside that has moisture wicking and insulative value. But this is what I would use for like an outer layer to keep warm. So the pants that you see here, they are a thick wool. And now they're not 100% wool. I will show you here. I know I've shown these before in another video, but these are the LL Bean main guide pants. These particular ones are an 85% wool, 15% nylon blend. Really decent pants though. This past weekend it was about 35, fall weather here in Minnesota. About 35, and it kept me extremely warm. I didn't even use a base layer on these because it was only 35, but they work really well. My legs were warm almost the entire time. Second piece here, it's a traditional woodsman anorak, which is actually an Asbel wool product. So if you've ever heard of G. Fred Asbel, his wife Teresa Asbel makes a lot of wool products you can buy on their website. Just look up G. Fred Asbel and you'll find it on their website. You can actually order it from the traditional woodsman website, but it's linked on theirs. She hand makes these. These are also an 85% wool blend. There are some more expensive ones you can get out there. Just as a reference, the pants are $99. This anorak cost me about $107 shipped. And some people rave about the Frost, or not Frost River, but I'm going to forget it now, sorry. But there's a lot of other anoraks either way that tend to be a lot more expensive. They're 100% wool. They're great. I mean, I don't have any first-hand experience with them, but from what I hear, they're great. This was more in my price range for $100, and let me tell you, this weekend it got soaking wet in the rain, and I was still warm in it. I wasn't even shivering. So for $107, handmade in the U.S. Teresa Asbel, she does get her wool spun for her at a woolen mill. It's got this nice stripe down the hood here. You can get these in forest green or the gray like you see here. The other plus, it has a very high pocket on the chest if you're sitting in a deer blind in a tree stand, and then it's also Sherpa lined for warming your hands up. You've got two pockets on the sides here, and like I said, you can't go wrong with this. Keep me toasty warm. The other items here that you see are actually all handmade by my wife. For an example, I've got a neck cowl here, which basically you use like a scarf. Just goes right around your neck. Awesome. Also have this, and that's 100% wool. I also have this wool hat here that was knit by her. Fantastic. Sorry, this is more show off at this point. Also have a pair of wool socks here with kind of a rainbow pattern on them, and another pair here. Now they look a lot different. You see these ones are a lot bigger. These are kind of an outer layer sock, I would say. If I'm going to wear something in the winter, I'll wear this pair and this pair on the outside here. Definitely more of like a boot sock made out of fisherman's wool. Also have 2 fingerless gloves. So far everything I've tested has been extremely warm. The other item that my wife has made as well, which is probably one of my favorites, happens to be a custom-made knit wool sweater. I also used this past weekend, tested this out in the 35-degree weather. I did really well. I slept in this in the military sleep system, and kept me extremely warm. So I'm a big fan of wool for bushcraft and camping and all sorts of different outdoor activities. It's old school, but it works, and it's proven that it works. So you really can't go wrong with wool. Anyways, I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and have a great day.